Haven't followed us on Twitter, go follow us on Twitter as well as Twitch because it's quite humorous. But thanks to everybody who's tuned in here today. Over 8,000 viewers now on Twitch.
So awesome.
Love it. Love all of you guys. And no
what else do you got to do on a Sunday? Watch some hockey, right? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
It is Sunday, right?
It is Sunday.
Okay.
Taking a look at the Whitecaps today, a couple of changes. Kelly Funk is in for Nina Rogers on the left wing side. Kelsey Klein in for Emma Stauber on defense. And we are underway as Bowie won the draw, but it was sent into the offensive zone there by Curtis. Bowie gets it right back. Driven into Whitecaps territory. Brown drove it around back behind the net. Dunstrom flips that one ahead out to Pizon, but it'll be intercepted there out at center. Briefly by Birdsall. Whitecaps won here yesterday 8-2. Alexis already predicted that today's game would be a much closer game than yesterday. We saw that the last series against the Riveters, where the Whitecaps won handily on Friday and then went to overtime and lost on that Saturday. So
yeah, but don't take my word for it. I say a lot of things, and I'm usually not right. So
Whitecaps will go off for a change. In comes Schmidt and Lawrence and Schammel. Schammel had a couple of nice plays yesterday, including 2 assists. Whitecaps Schmidt will pick up the puck, carry it into the right corner, back to the blue line for Martinson. Martinson's shot through traffic. Schammel tries to put that one in on net. Oh, stopped. Big play there by Kelsey Newman. Newman in between the pipes today for the Buttes in place of Mariah Fujimagari. We'll get to Newman's stats here in just a moment. Lawrence will chase the puck down low, back behind the net of Newman. Fired over to the left corner for Schammel. Barnes already out there. She's paired up with Audra Richards and Stephanie Anderson normally. Now Lawrence, oh, the one-timer, just missing the stick of Barnes. Chasing it back the other way is Rosenthal. Back out to center. Barnes will chase it into the offensive zone. It's picked up there by Skarbowski. McPherson now for the Buttes. McPherson tries to get it to the stick of Kersey. A shot just deflected high and wide of Levier. Now Audra Richards. Rink wide pass to Anderson. Anderson gets poke checked off of the play. Sarah Bustad. Driven right back out to neutral ice. 17:20 to play here in the first. No score. Yesterday, the first period was only a 1-0 lead for the Whitecaps coming out of that period. It was a very tight-matched first period. Shots on net were fairly even.
Yeah, we had a 4-goal second period, and both Kelly and I were like, it's probably going to settle down in the third, right? It's got to settle down. And then we had a 5-goal third period. So it was a pretty eventful game yesterday. And if you like goal scoring, which I don't know why you wouldn't, pretty fun game to watch. But I would be surprised if we see 10 goals scored in this game. But of course, now that I said it, we're going to have an 11-goal game. Just watch.
Well, I know the Buttes fans were not happy yesterday. And there is the Whitecaps putting their first goal in for this afternoon as I looked over to Alexis. I should never do that.
Yeah, why would you want to look at me, Kelly? First of 11 for the day of goals.
Jonna Curtis. And for Curtis, that is goal number 7 on the season. The native of Elk River, Minnesota, one of 20 Minnesotans on this Whitecaps roster. On the other side of the ice, the Buttes with 3 Minnesotans. Not surprising.
Someone said, why are you like this, announcers?
I love the banter. I really do.
Someone said, I blame Alexis. Honestly, me too.
1-0. Whitecaps lead here, 16:57 to play. Shots on net, 2-0 in favor of the Whitecaps. Mentioned Jonna Curtis. She is also a member of Team Dempsey at the All-Star game in about a month.
I saw someone in the chat say they got their tickets for the All-Star game,
awesome.
So we'll see you there. Kelly and I will be there as well.
As well as a couple of others we'll tell you about coming up here. The All-Star broadcast crew is a 4-member crew this year. Whitecaps with the puck. Racing out of the zone is Curtis. Back inside the offensive zone. The Whitecaps trying to put that one on target. Nice defensive work there by the Buttes. The Whitecaps are on a power play. I didn't even see that. I must have missed that. Too busy talking about Twitch. Richards sends it ahead. Lawrence. 1:09 left on the power play for the Whitecaps. Their first of the day.
The Buttes didn't take too many penalties yesterday. Honestly, up until the game kind of cracked open in the third, they took a few, but they were very disciplined for the first 2 periods of the game, which was probably a big reason why the game was so close for so long as well.
Those are just frustration penalties
Yeah.
late in that third period. 44 seconds left on the penalty time to the Buffalo Buttes' Lenka Chermova. 15:30 left here in this first period. 1-0 Minnesota Whitecaps lead. Audra Richards with the puck. Left wing side. Great defensive work there by Cassidy McPherson. Back to the blue line, Martinson. He's on. Back to the blue line, misplays it. Out to center, picked up now by Martinson. And the Buttes are able to clear it all the way up the ice. Nice penalty kill there for Buffalo. That'll do it for the penalty time. We get a whistle back behind the net and a stop. So I believe Levier collected the puck.
I think she wanted to get rid of it, but held on a little too long. Referee had to blow the whistle there, so face-off will come to her left then. But a good kill there by the Buttes. That would have been tough to give up a second goal there after surrendering the first goal of the game. So good on them to kill that off and keep themselves in this one early in the first here.
Back out at center. Pelletier tried to send it into the offensive zone. It was stopped there. Buffalo will get it right back. Backhanded into the offensive zone by Ashley Birdsall. 14:34 to play in our first period. 1-0 Whitecaps lead. Buttes to Bustad. Driven back behind the net. Bowering not able to hold. Lawrence will come up with it for the Whitecaps. Up the ice, right wing side. Lawrence flutters that one right to the middle. Intercepted there by Pelletier. Driven ahead. Turned over by Buffalo right at the blue line. Schmidt will get it back. Fired ahead. Schammel makes a move. Nice pass and a goal. What a play by Schammel and Baldwin. 2-0. Whitecaps lead 13:54. That's a tough play for Newman to stop.
Yeah, that's a tough one, especially when the play is moving as quickly as it was there. And the Whitecaps don't have that many shots on net so far, but they've capitalized on 2. The Buttes have yet to tally a shot on goal. Just under 14 minutes to go in the first period here, but the Whitecaps already jumping to a 2-0 lead.
We were talking about Kelsey Newman. She's played in 16 games this year. Has won 3, lost 1. Also lost in overtime. Has a 3.33 goals against average. Oh, and Levier coming up with a spectacular save there against McPherson. And Kelsey Newman coming into today's game with 175 saves, has given up 18 goals, and has played in 324 minutes with a .907 save percentage. So she's had some good numbers.
Yeah.
She hasn't played a ton. Not a lot of minutes.
Well, it's still early in the game, and hopefully all the skaters in front of her will make her job easy by tucking a couple home, but so far the Buttes just tallied their first shot on net, but a good response there on that play to get something going in the offensive zone, as they haven't been able to do so far in the first here.
Back the other way comes Pizan. She'll skate it down low. Had the puck roll right off of her stick. Kept in play Curtis. Oh, could not get the puck under control. Now Accursi. Taylor Accursi, the NWHL goal leader with 15 this season. She's number 2 in power play goals as well with 5.
I see a lot of people in the chat trying to speak a goal of hers into existence. They keep hoping she makes the magic happen today, so maybe she will at some point. We got a lot of game left to go still.
Butte cycling the puck well here. Bustad with it. She'll send it back to the blue line. Shot fired, point blank. And a goal. The rebound came right out in front. Levier was out of position, and the Buttes are within a goal.
All right, that's 3 of 11 goals for the day.
Woo, let's hope this is a lot closer than yesterday's. Ashley Birdsall will get credit for it. The Duluth, Minnesota native, one of the oldest here on this Buffalo Buttes roster. They are a very young team.
Well, it wasn't a Taylor Accursi goal, but hopefully Buttes fans will still be pumped to see that their team has got back in this one, and all of a sudden it's a 1-goal game. Nice response by the Buttes to cut that Whitecaps lead in half.
2-1 our score, 12:38 to play. We'll get you the official scoring. Bowie fires that one over to the right-hand side. Chasing it into the offensive zone was Brown. Whitecaps come up with it. Rosaliva.
I've seen a couple people in the chat today say this is the first hockey game they've ever watched. So welcome to the hockey world. We're happy to have you.
Well, welcome. Yeah, absolutely. You'll see some great hockey here.
Yeah, we are on pace for more than 11 goals at this rate. So I mean, I may not be entirely wrong.
Alexis, you called it. 2-1 our score, 11:53 to play. Buttes able to get the puck out of the offensive, out of their zone, I should say. Picked up now by Rosenthal. She'll carry it over 2 lines, back into Buffalo zone. A little tapper there by Schammel. An easy save made by Newman. Now Schammel tries to drive that one in. Nice stop. Another big stop by Newman. Buttes clear it. Up the ice, here comes Accursi. She gets stopped there at the Whitecaps blue line. Nice defensive work by Baldwin. McPherson. Now Baldwin intercepts. She'll try to break it free. Accursi with the puck. Sends it down low. Pass comes right up the slot. Accursi gets it right back. Blue line play. Shot fired. A big stop there by Levier. Another rebound comes out in front. And Richards had cleared it. Puck still loose. Shot just sent wide by Pelletier. She'll get it right back. Now McPherson. Went rink wide. It was intercepted. Whitecaps able to break it out of their zone. Audra Richards with it. She has it stolen right off of her stick. McPherson. Now Bustad goes high on Levier. She comes up with the save. Rebound was collected by the Whitecaps and sent back up the ice. Now Jonna Curtis skates it toward the net. A shot, a goal! Curtis puts that one past Newman. It's a 3-1 hockey game.
I was just going to make the comment, too, as soon as there was a lull in the play, that the Buttes have been seem more comfortable with their game the last, couple minutes or so, especially since they got that first goal. They were getting some opportunities, and then the Whitecaps come down on a rush, and Jonna Curtis gets her second of the game, and all of a sudden it's 3-1. But that's how quickly things can change in hockey. All it takes is a couple seconds, and the Whitecaps extend their lead to 2 goals again.
Jonna Curtis with goals number 7 and 8 of the season. Their second of the game. 10:13 left here in our first period. 3-1 Minnesota leads. Thunstrom got bumped off the pass. Allie Thunstrom, one of the starters today. Another shot, kick save made there by Newman. Kelsey Klein in the lineup here today. Got a nice shot on net. Now Bowie drives it down low, back behind the net. Olivier stopped and picked up by Klein. Klein fires it ahead, went off the skates of Curtis, and Icing will be called against the Minnesota Whitecaps with 9:36 to play here. 3-1 Minnesota leads. Again, a great number of viewers tuning in today to Twitch.
Yeah, and I got a lot of them saying that a lot of Buttes fans are wanting me to curse the Whitecaps. Listen, I didn't say the Whitecaps were going to win an 11-goal game. I just said we might see 11 goals in this game.
Exactly.
So I just want to put that on the record.
I don't know. You said you like goalies.
I do, and that goes saying
Totally
we might
goes
have an
against
11-goal
everything
game.
you
Yes,
said.
it goes against what I said. But listen, sometimes 11-goal games are exciting.
Jonna Curtis. Oh, nice big play there by Newman. Read the play well as Fenstrom was racing up the slot.
Someone said, Twitch suggested I watch hockey. I am not disappointed for clicking. I love seeing comments like that because
Absolutely.
that's what makes this platform so cool. I'm so glad we get to use Twitch this season and hopefully for many years into the future, because a lot of people have just stumbled upon these games and they're like, whoa, this is pretty fun to watch.
We're going to take a quick break here from Tria Rink. The Whitecaps lead 3-1 with 9:26 left in the first on Twitch. Back at Tria Rink here in downtown St. Paul. Whitecaps, the home team, leading 3-1 over the Buttes. Caught a couple of our Twitch viewers that noticed a goalie change there briefly. It looked like Fuji Magari had come in for Newman for a moment or a shift. We don't know if it was a
Equipment problem or
she needed a breather.
If she just, but I'm confused why they would even do that, because if anything, they could have called a timeout. If it's an equipment problem, usually the referees will stop the play so that they can get that sorted out. So I'm not entirely sure why she was pulled out for a minute, but she's back in nets now.
Unless the coaching staff needed a chance to give her a little heads up about something they saw.
Again, I don't know why they wouldn't have just called a timeout then, but maybe they wanted to preserve the timeout and just said, hey, throw Fuji Magari in for a shift, and either way, Newman's back in now.
Back up the ice, Whitecaps collected inside their own zone. Oliva up to Schammel. Schammel carries it in, top of the left circle. Her shot deflects off of the Buttes. Sarah Bustad. Back out to center, Minnesota. Right back into the offensive zone, Brown. She'll send that one rink wide. It was intercepted. Picked up there by Ashley Birdsall. Out to center and back at the blue line. Fired ahead. Puck's going to sail high and up into the rafters here at Tria Rink. Probably one of my favorite things about this rink is the view outside the windows to our left.
The windows. We cover this every broadcast, and it's so cool seeing people's reactions who either haven't tuned into a broadcast before or haven't been to this rink, because we are on the 5th floor of a building in downtown St. Paul, which to me, having a hockey rink on the 5th floor of a random building in the city is like the most Minnesotan thing ever. It's like, yeah, let's just put a hockey rink on the 5th floor. And we've got these amazing windows on the north wall that just completely overlook the city, which is really exciting.
It's really cool. So if you're watching Amanda Levier back there, her back is to those windows.
And it's a gloomy day today, so we have no sun peeking in, but there are times where the sun sneaks in and casts some shadows onto the ice, which makes things a little interesting, but that's part of the fun, I guess.
Richards to Barnes, and they come in offside. Barnes was just a stride behind her liney, Audra Richards. And that line has looked really good together so far. Richards and Stephanie Anderson and Lauren Barnes. Of course, Barnes and Anderson familiar with each other as they played in the WCHA, and Anderson and Richards grew up together. They've known each other since they were 5th grade. 7:29 to play here in the first. 3-1 our score. Minnesota leads. Buttes stuck in their defensive end right now. Bowie tries to peel the puck off the back wall. It's broken free there by Pizon. Slid up out to center. Here comes Guillen. The shot and a penalty coming up here against the Whitecaps. And actually, it was Kim Brown that brought that up the ice.
That's going to be an interference call on the Whitecaps. This will be a great opportunity for the Buttes to get back into this one. 7 minutes to go here in the first period, down by 2 goals. We'll see what they can do on the power play.
Well, they scored a power play yesterday, so we know they're capable of it. the Whitecaps after that goal were pretty solid on the penalty kill. Headed to the penalty box for the Whitecaps, Kelsey Klein, the Bloomington, Minnesota native.
Well, and good teams take advantage of these opportunities when they're given to them. So we'll see if the Buttes can boost their confidence a bit. We know they got the skill to do it. We'll see if they can put one home here.
Curtis, shorthanded, tries to drive that one through the slot. Buttes will come up with it. Here comes a Kersey. Maybe the Buttes fans will get their wish. A Kersey out on the ice. No, the shot taken there by Bowie was stopped. A Kersey not able to get that shot she desired, but Buttes will collect it back inside their own zone. A Kersey with the puck. Fired ahead. Pelletier sends it up the ice. Back to the blue line for Pelletier now. To Chermova. Chermova to Pelletier. Top the right circle, now at the slot. Oh.
Ooh, that went off a head out front.
Ouch. Actually, I think it hit one of the Buttes players.
Yeah.
And it looks like Erin Guillen took the brunt of that one. She took her time coming back to the bench. 55 seconds left on the penalty time to Klein of the Whitecaps.
And I think she saw it coming too. The way she reacted, she almost was like starting to turn as the puck was coming towards her. So I think she saw it coming and just couldn't get out of the way in time, but hopefully she's able to shake that one off.
Klimasova with a shot. Ooh. Sheriff tried to go upper shelf. Just sent wide. Now Minnesota able to break it all the way up the ice. 26 seconds left on the extra attacker. Richards poke checked that one away. Right off the stick of Sheriff. Bowie breaks it free. Now Sheriff will get it right back. In on the left wing side. Sheriff. McPherson. Back into the corner. Sheriff. Little tangle and tussle. Klimasova sends a bouncing puck. That one deflected. Might have again hit one of the Buttes right there in the slot.
Well, they're doing a good job of clogging up that middle and getting in Levier's lane because she has had a lot of bodies in front of her when those shots have been coming through. So that's one way to get some tips. Unfortunately, they've just been hitting their own players before it gets to the net and haven't been able to get a lot through, but not a bad idea.
4:42 to play here in our first period. 3-1, Minnesota leads. Whitecaps penalty killers were able to hold off the Buttes, but the Buttes got a number of shots on net during that 2-minute power play.
Yeah, and you know, you're not always going to score on the power play, but sometimes it's a matter of trying to shift the momentum. If you can't get a puck into the back of the net, just try to get the tables turned in your favor a bit and take it from there. And with just under 5 minutes to go in the first period here, we'll see if that did anything for the Buttes, if they can maybe draw within one again here. Shots on net still fairly close. Whitecaps with 9, the Buttes with 6. But of course, that 3-1 lead for the Whitecaps still looming over the Buttes.
Whitecaps chase it into the right-hand corner. Barnes tries to break it free. Martinson will chase it to the left wall. Her rink-wide pass, no one home. Almost tapped ahead there by a Kersey. Klein sends it right back in. It'll be played by Newman, excuse me. And
referee got hit, I think.
Yeah, she's bleeding. She took one right in the face. Ooh, that's not good. It might have caught her in the jaw.
I think
broken tooth,
like blood from the mouth, maybe. She's already got a towel on it, and she'll head off. That's
not good. So they lose one of the referees here.
See any teeth on the ice, Cal?
Oh, I see
Just blood.
some blood. Yeah, there is blood on the ice, folks.
The area where she got hit is kind of hard for Kel and I to see. We have to lean over the press box, and at first I thought a player got hit. I heard everyone kind of go, ooh. And I looked down, and I didn't see any player on the ice, and I realized it must have been the referee who got hit. So,
well, soon enough, the referees will wear the full cage, I have a feeling, at some point. There have been too many referees that have gotten injured in pro and college and even high school refereeing, but they're going to bring out the ice scraper here.
Scrape the blood right off. That's hockey, baby.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of blood in the women's game. And hopefully our referee is going to be okay.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, you know, the women players are required to wear the full mask or the bubble. And so we don't see pucks pop up and break teeth and jaws and all of that stuff that you see sometimes at other levels in leagues. And so, yeah, it's not too common that we see something like that happen. Unfortunately, the referee had to take it today, but they're out there getting the ice all cleaned up, and hopefully she's okay and is able to come back.
Again, our score 3-1 with 4:10 left here.
Someone said, did you see the ref's reaction, though? Hardly flinched, just standing there and then skated away. What a legend. I said, that's hockey, baby.
Yeah, that is
no
hockey.
one's going to flinch. Come on.
No, not at all.
If I get hit with the puck, I'll flinch. I'll tell you that much. I'll probably cry, too.
Oh, yeah, that looked like it hurt. I'm kind of a baby when it comes to blood. Luckily, I don't pass out when I see it because there's a lot of blood on the ice. Obviously, they got a great training staff here. Tria Orthopedic takes good care of the players and the officials and staff. So, again, just tough to see somebody get hurt like that. There is another game happening.
It just started.
The league right now. Connecticut coming off of their first win in over 25 games. They are taking on Boston today. That's going to be an even bigger challenge than Metro.
Well, and Boston sold out their game, so there's going to be a lot of fans watching there. I know the players were excited to come back and play in front of a big crowd there after a tough loss against the Whale, but what an exciting, emotional win for the Whale yesterday. I saw a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, and it's always fun to win, especially when you're snapping a losing streak, so we'll see what that game has in store.
As we take a look at our summary from today's game, again, 3-1. The Whitecaps got on the board at the 2:48 mark. Jonna Curtis from Megan Pizon. That made it 1-0 Minnesota. The Whitecaps would tack on their second one at 6:06 of the first period. Sydney Baldwin from Nicole Schammel. And then the Buffalo Beauts would finally answer back to bring it within one at 7:22. Ashley Birdsall from Becky Bowering. And it was a 2-1 game. And then the Whitecaps answered again at 9:47. Jonna Curtis from Pizon and Winnie Brown made it 3-1 with 4:10 left to play here in this first period. Shots on net in favor of the Minnesota Whitecaps, 9-6. And looking at the team stats here just to see if and when they did put in Buffalo's. They did put in Fuji McGarry for a brief moment.
About 10 seconds.
But Newman's been playing this whole game, most of this whole game. So that we do know. So I think they've got it mostly cleaned up here. Anything interesting there on Twitch?
No, just people talking about the ref taking the puck to the face.
Oof, yeah, tough young lady there that took that puck to the face. I can't even imagine. Hopefully she's going to be okay. While we have a moment, we might as well talk a little bit about the new show that's coming to Twitch. Let me find my notes. The Monday night show coming. It's called NWHL Open Ice on Twitch. It debuts Monday night with the Gamer Doc. That is Dr. Lindsay Migliori, a medical doctor, gamer, and a hockey player. And she'll be interviewing the first week Amanda Levier on January 13th. Starts at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Check it out on Twitch. NWHL Open Ice. Shot by Klimasova. And I notice our fourth official is not back out on the ice. So they are playing with 3 officials here. After she took a puck to the teeth, I'm guessing. And we are back underway. 3:30 to play. First period. Whitecaps will regain control of the puck. With Baldwin inside of her own zone. There's a breakout pass out to center. Was looking for Pizon. Now Thunstrom collects the puck. Bottom of the goal line there. Tries to go back door. Was stopped. A couple of youth players coming up with a big defensive play there.
And someone asked about an update on the referee at intermission, so I'll see what I can go find. I'll talk to the medical staff and see if they have an update, or maybe she'll be back at that point already. But
well, hopefully. like we said, she just bounced right back up. I mean, she didn't look.
I would have been crying. I would have needed a stretcher, my hand to hold.
2:41 to play here. Jonna Curtis with the puck. Back wall behind the net of Newman. Over to Oliva. Out to center. Oh, nice job driven to the net there by Schmidt. But a nice stop for Newman. Back to the blue line, Whitecaps cycling the puck very well here. Butte fired it off the back wall. Chimova sends it out. Whitecaps will get it right back. Schmidt backhands it down into the left-hand corner. Buttes again. Nice play there by the Buttes to transition. Centering pass. Oh, they were looking for Klima Sova over on the near side. Now Schmidt. Klein with it for the Whitecaps. Kelsey Klein sends that one toward the net. Oh, going down in the splits was Newman. She got a piece of it.
That was a good idea. She was going for the backdoor feed. It got tipped on the way there, but nice try there for an opportunity for the Whitecaps.
Brown. Not able to hold there for the Buttes. Lawrence with the puck. She tried to skate it in, and Schammel was in a little bit offside. We'll get a face-off just below us here at Tria Rink. Again, 1:14 left in our first period. 3-1 Minnesota leads. Shots on net getting a little closer. 9-7 in favor of the Whitecaps. Baldwin rink wide. Over to the far side. Nice pass to Richards. Richards fires a bomb right into the belly of Newman, and she'll hang on for the save. A little over a minute left here. Coming up next weekend, Minnesota will host the Connecticut Whale. 1 o'clock on Saturday and 3 o'clock on Sunday. Then Metropolitan will take on Boston on the 20th.
It's Hockey Day in Minnesota on Saturday, so that'll be a fun day of hockey here for all of us, and fun to see the Whitecaps participate in it for the last 2 years.
It is fun. Well, and they get to play inside, not like some teams that have to play outside. Oh, what a bomb. Big kick save made by Newman off of that shot taken by Baldwin. And for people not from Minnesota, Hockey Day Minnesota is kind of a holiday here in the state of hockey.
Like, not kind of a holiday. It is a holiday, and it is my favorite holiday, Kelly.
I just wish it was on a weekday so we could get the day off.
Yeah.
Well, we really wouldn't, because we still
We'd be working. Yeah.
Somebody's got to call games. Last year, Bemidji had hosted Hockey Day Minnesota. Got a chance to watch part of it, but this year, the Hockey Day Minnesota's in the cities. So
yeah, Minneapolis, so be nice and easy for us. It was in Bemidji for you the year before, and St. Cloud, where I went to school the year before that. So we've covered a lot of great areas, and this time it's close to home, so it should be a lot of fun to be a part of that. And I'm excited to see how the Whitecaps play on that day.
3-1 our score after one, our first intermission here from Tria Rink. Alexis and I will be back with a couple minutes left before our start of our second period. Again, Whitecaps with that 3-1 lead here after one. You're watching the Minnesota Whitecaps versus the Buffalo Buttes on Twitch. Coming up, 5 goals have been scored here in just over a period and a half, or a period and 1.5 minutes. Buttes with a nice tip toward the net. You got to do that. Nice opportunity there for Rochelle Skarbowski. She was looking for Erin Guillen. Guillen was hanging out at the doorstep. And Levier came up with a big save there for the Whitecaps. Bowie will face off, right circle, against Barnes. Barnes out there alongside Richards and Anderson. Whitecaps come up with the puck. Barnes sends it ahead. Richards gets pinned into the corner. She'll skate toward the back wall. Now it's picked up there by the defender, Martinson. Driven to the back wall and around to the far boards. Brown not able to clear. Picked up by Skarbowski. Brown taps it away, almost turned over there. Utes will drive it out of their zone. 17:41 to play here in the second period. A 3-goal lead for the Minnesota Whitecaps. 2 goals by Jonna Curtis, Baldwin, and Lawrence. The other game happening right now, the
Boston went up 2-1. The score bug is not correct on that game, but I saw people saying in our chat that apparently Boston and the Whitecaps, Megan Lawrence's the fourth goal for the Whitecaps here, and then Boston scored at the exact same time, and everyone's freaking out about it. So I guess the Pride and Whitecaps are on the same hockey wavelength today.
I guess. Whitecaps cycling the puck inside the offensive zone. Curtis sends that one through traffic. It's intercepted. Off the ice, here comes Klimasova. She'll try to get that one past the Whitecaps defense. Just wasn't able to. Thunstrom fires it rink wide, finds Curtis. Pizon and Thunstrom at the back wall. Centering pass came out in front. Nice defensive work there by Becky Bowering. Bowering scored her first career goal yesterday. Saw that on Twitter. Post game, of course. Now here comes Schmidt in on the left wing side. Her pass broken up. Great work there by Bustad. Back wall, Schammel. Stolen right back. Turning and firing with Schmidt. Lawrence with it. Fires that one, and that is stopped by Newman. 15:53 to play here in our second period. A 4-1 lead for the Minnesota Whitecaps. You know, Alexis and I yesterday talking about the NWHL All-Star game coming up February 8th and 9th. The 8th will be the Skills Challenge. And then the 9th, the All-Star game. We've seen a couple people chime in about having tickets already.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So excited.
It'll be your second time going. You were in Nashville last year. It'll be my first time. I've never been to Boston before, so I'm pumped about that.
Boston's a cool city, really cool city. We'll get a chance to work with Erica Ayala and Sam Fryman. Of course, both have been, well, I know Erica's worked in the NWHL for a very long time.
And she was also at the All-Star game last year. So.
And here when we played against,
oh yeah,
when the Whitecaps were here, or not Whitecaps, they were announcing the Whitecaps
Yep.
after that. So yeah, in St. Paul we had the All-Star game. That was actually my first time being part of the All-Star game. I got to do some rinkside reporting at that one. And that was fun. And last year Erica was rinkside and I was up in the booth with Sherry Ross. Of course, she's a long time hockey announcer, worked in the NHL actually as well.
Someone is asking if the All-Star festivities will be streamed on Twitch, which they will. So
absolutely.
Make sure you tune in if you can't get tickets, because it'll be a really fun weekend where some of the best talent will be on display, and I'm excited about it.
Oh, Anderson gets shut out there by Newman. Back up the ice, here comes Boston. Or Buffalo, excuse me. Now I got Boston on my mind. Trying to watch both games while I'm doing this. 14:26 to play here in our second period. 4-1 our lead, Minnesota. Buffalo's had some good looks here so far. Just haven't been able to put anything, not much past Levier. Only one here today and 2 yesterday. Dunstrom gets stopped. Big stop there. Alexis is already laughing at Twitch.
I'm just giggling. You guys make me laugh. Someone said that I incorrectly said Boston with my Boston accent. It's Boston, not Boston. I think that's my Minnesotan accent peeking into Boston.
Yeah, good luck,
Boston.
Alexis. I think I would stick to your Minnesota accent when we go out there.
We're going to stick out like sore thumbs, Kelly.
I know, right? Well, we had a lot of fun last year in Nashville. I know Erica and I got to take in a little bit of the Nashville nightlife. I said that backwards, nightlife.
We know what you meant.
that's actually when I got a chance to get to know Audra Richards. Her family had made the trip, and found out how Audra and I kind of grew up down the road from each other, and it was fun. It's fun to get to know the players outside of the rink, and we had a good time. Always a good time. Good people involved in the NWHL. 13:25 to play here in the second period, 4-1 Minnesota. Buttes with the puck. Nice steal out in front. Oh, tapper toward the net there by Browering. Picked up. Whitecaps fire it out to center. Intercepted by Surso. Buffalo regains control out at center. Bustad. Bustad collects the puck. She'll fire it toward the blue line. It's defended there nicely by Oliva. Oh, back in to Buffalo zone. Whitecaps were trying to get the long headman pass to Schammel. Now Lawrence winds up and fires. Big save by Newman. And icing will be called here against Buffalo.
Someone asked how many cups the Whitecaps have won. They've been in the league for 2 years, and
One.
they have won. They won last year in their first year in the NWHL. They've been a team for a little while, but last year was their first year in this league, and they won the Isabel Cup championship against this Buffalo Buttes team. And we'll see what this season has in store, but not a bad record. One year in the league, one full year in the league, and one Isabel Cup championship. I mean, that's
We'll take it.
pretty good record, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Buffalo also a former Isabel Cup champion.
Someone said Kersey is going to score 6 goals in the third. All right, you
Okay.
guys make fun of me for my predictions. That's a bold one.
That is bold. She is the NWHL goal leader.
I
She
would
has
be
15.
surprised. You know, and everyone wants a Taylor Kersey goal, so maybe they're speaking it into existence.
They were trying to get you to speak it into existence, and she almost took off to the races there. The Whitecaps almost gave her an opportunity. Now Schammel with the puck. She'll fire that one through the crease. Back to the blue line, kept in by Brown. Schammel, near side, Lawrence. Lawrence sends it back into that left corner.
Someone wants to know what you call a 6-goal game by someone. A double hattie, is that what it is?
I
Right?
guess.
I think you can call it a double hattie.
Yeah. I've seen them. Unfortunately, the team I was broadcasting for was on the opposite end of that. I can't remember if it was the Gophers or the Badgers that we lost to, but yeah, there's some good players out there. 11:08 to play here in the second period. Still a 3-goal lead for Minnesota. Anderson collects the puck. She'll send it out in front. A shot and a goal. Audra Richards catches the pass right out in front of Newman. Anderson set her up. Those two have such great chemistry. And Audra Richards with her 4th goal of the weekend.
And it appears that the Buttes will be making a
Goalie
change now.
Fuji McGarry getting ready. 5-1 our score.
Well, the good news is that a 4-goal comeback isn't impossible, and
No.
the even better news is that it's not too late in the game to make it happen. So if you're a Buttes fans,
Don't give up
don't
yet.
give up yet.
And don't give up at all, actually.
Take a breath, grab a glass of water, cup of coffee, whatever you need. We got a lot of game left to go, and sometimes getting that goaltender change, as painful as it is to pull your starting goaltender out and put someone else in, you know, sometimes that switches the momentum, and plenty of teams have come back and won games after that's happened. So better to do it earlier in the game and give the next netminder some time to get comfortable. And we'll see what happens now with a lot of game left still.
Well, Fuji McGarry, after yesterday with a record of 3-8-0, they 5.16 goals against average and an 866 save percentage. She's played in 639 minutes and 27 seconds. coming in for relief here. Here comes Jonna Curtis. Curtis with a shot blocked. Nice big block. The Buttes helping out their goalie here. Bowering. Now Kunasova to Bowering. Bowering taps that one right out in front. Nice opportunity there for Birdsall. As Levier came up with a big save. And that shot point blank by Anna Orzechowski.
The next 5 minutes or so, and maybe even throughout the rest of this period, are going to be really crucial for the Buttes because you want to get Fuji Majari comfortable in net. So you want to get in front of shots, but also allow her to see the puck, let her make some saves so she starts to feel comfortable. She played a good game yesterday. Give her some confidence. Give yourself a chance to get back in it.
We'll take a break and come back. 5-1, Whitecaps lead. Welcome back to Trio Rink. 9:41 left here in the second period. Whitecaps lead 5-1. The Buttes with an offensive faceoff. It'll come to the right of Amanda Levier. And that will be sent out of play. We were talking during the break there about the new mascot here for the Minnesota Whitecaps, Cappy. And I know people have had mixed reviews. I love Cappy.
I like him.
I like him too.
I was telling Kelly, he tried to hug me on the way in, but I was running, so I literally running into the building. I had coffee in one hand, my computer and phone and sunglasses in the other, and
Whitecaps with a shot right through the 5-hole. Thunstrom set that one up. Pizon will get credit for it. 6-1, Whitecaps.
Well, it took much longer yesterday for the Whitecaps to get this kind of lead. Today they've pulled ahead in the second period. 9.5 minutes to go here in the second. Almost just under halfway, or just over halfway, through this game. The Whitecaps have a 5-goal lead. And I said that this time was going to be crucial for the Buttes to try to get back into this one, and unfortunately they give up the next goal of the game.
The Buttes were trying to snap a 6-game losing streak coming in here today. They've got their work cut out for them. There's still a lot of hockey left, though. Buttes try to fire that into the offensive zone. Stopped over on that far wall. Gian, rink wide. Bustad to the back wall to Bowie. Bowie, one of 8 of the first All-Stars announced. The NWHL Commissioner Danny Ryland actually had decided to make a celebration of the 8 women who've been part of the NWHL since day one. So that included Corrine Bowie. She's one of the original members. One of 8 that will be representing on the All-Star teams. We'll get to the rest of those in our next stoppage. But what a cool experience for these veteran players who've been part of this since day one. Whitecaps will try to clear. Kept in. Nice work there by the Buttes. You can tell they're fired up now.
Well, and I was going to say, it's not going to be easy, but you get a couple goals here before this second period is over, and you're right back in this one. And already, as you said, Kelly, they've shown a little burst of energy here after giving up that 6th goal.
Shot fired through traffic. It was stopped and smothered there by Levier. We're talking about those 8 women who have been playing since day one. Corrine Bowie, as I mentioned. Kaylee Fratkin, Kira Dostal, Elena Orlando, Jordan Brickner, Shannon Doyle, Jillian Dempsey, and Madison Packer. And of course, Dempsey and Packer are the 2 captains of the All-Star teams this year. And then they got to choose their players that would also be on their teams. But what a neat way to celebrate the original 8 by inviting them to the All-Star game, being those veterans that can kind of showcase their talents to a lot of these younger players.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to showcase talent and leadership and get fans involved, and such a fun weekend all together. And especially with a league that's still young, it's important to have those kind of things to show people the talent that's in this league, and especially for those women who've been a part of it since day one.
Oh, the dedication. A lot of these women also have full-time jobs, but they love the game so much that they're out here and they play it. They're passionate about it. We got another rough that went down with a player over there, but luckily that was just a bump in the road. 6-1 our score here. We mentioned before coming into the second period that the Whitecaps have scored 11 goals in 4 periods. They have scored now 3 more here in this second period. That's 14 goals in 5 periods of hockey.
And we still got a ways to go in this one, and the Buttes now an opportunity on the power play. This is the time where you got to get yourself going here, get back in this game, get the second goal of the game here, and start a comeback.
Well, I know the Whitecaps were looking for scoring. They were looking for that offense. They hadn't been able to get it, and they definitely have found it this weekend. White Buttes with a shot. Oh, Amanda Levier. The Buffalo Buttes, I don't think, thought she had the puck, and Levier comes up with her glove to prove that it's in there.
Yeah, good first opportunity here on the power play for the Buttes. Fans in the chat are trying to summon a Taylor Kersey goal. What part of let it happen organically do you guys not understand? Yeah, I'm bringing back the word. I'm bringing it back. I said it.
You said you were going to delete it from your entire vocabulary.
I said I was going to delete 50% of my vocabulary. I'm just getting rid of a bunch of words. I'm not letting that happen again.
Nope. 6:43 to play, and a power play called, or penalty called here against Sydney Baldwin. Buffalo Buttes on their second power play of the day. That one comes up high. Puck was loose. They whistled that one quick. Levier smothered it, though.
Well, the Buttes getting some opportunities and getting some crowds in front of Levier, and sometimes getting that dirty, gritty goal is what really turns a game around. And, you know, you love to see snipes and some, you know, goalies beaten cleanly, but sometimes those bouncing pucks or tips out front or all that traffic that ends up putting one home is what shifts the momentum, and Buttes are trying to make it happen right now.
McPherson with the puck to Guillen. Guillen lost the puck. It'll be sent out of the zone there by Audra Richards. Fired ahead, back into the offensive zone, and McPherson comes in offside. Buffalo with their power play unit out there of Sheriff, Klimasova, Bustad, Guillen, and McPherson. The Whitecaps penalty killers are Thunstrom, Oliva, Curtis, and Rosenthal. 44 seconds left in the extra attacker for Buffalo. Nice job there by Sheriff. Dropped off in the corner, now picked up. Klimasova winds up and fires, hit traffic, and oh, that one hit the side of the net. I thought it went past Levier. It did not. Picked up again by McPherson. She'll drive it into the corner. Back to the blue line, Klimasova. Rink wide pass to Bustad. Bustad fires that one through traffic. Stopped. Stick save made. Thunstrom will try to come up with it. Now Oliva right out in front. That puck will be sent all the way up the ice. 8 seconds left on the power play for Buffalo. Buttes with the puck. Fresh skaters out there. Whitecaps back to full strength. 5:11 left here in our second period. 6-1 our score. The Buttes out shooting the Whitecaps at this point, according to the scoreboard here, 18-16.
Well, they looked good on that power play. They were getting some opportunities, getting bodies out front, and weren't able to put one home, but they got some chances. And as you said, they've now pulled ahead in shots on goal, so maybe they're shifting the momentum in their favor.
Face off just to the right of Levier. Whitecaps will control. Headman pass from Anderson to Richards, back to Anderson. Anderson looks for the shot. Oh, big save there by Newman. Barnes was looking for the quick tapper, trying to go 5-hole, and nice job there by Fuji McGarry. Did I call her Newman? I did, didn't I?
I didn't even catch it. That's my bad, Kelly.
Folks. Sorry, Buffalo.
I let you down.
No, I just got so used to calling Newman's name. That always happens to me when there's a goaltender change, but Mariah Fuji McGarry had come in relief of Newman, and she made a fantastic save there.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't think anyone said anything about it in the chat, so Now that you brought attention to it, they might.
Well,
but-
you know what? I will be the first to admit my faults. I will never cover up anything like that. I mean, hey, we're only human. We make mistakes.
right.
And hockey's a fast-paced game. It's hard to keep.
Our brains only move so quickly.
Oof.
Come on.
Tell me about it. Especially after watching 3 games in
Yeah.
3 days. Broadcasting 3 games in 3 days. 4 different teams. Oh, what a play there by Buffalo. Just sent wide by Brown. She's wishing she had that one back.
Someone said it was an organic fumble of words.
Oh, thank you. I like that. I'm going to use that. Icing will be called against Buffalo. Oh, they're trying to corral the troops that had tried to escape the.
That's one of my favorite things in hockey is the ones who try to like sneak off and hope nobody sees them, and the refs
Yeah.
are like yelling at them to get back. on
I
the
know,
ice.
right? Everybody tries to do it. That's the one thing hockey players, they're like, oh, let's see if the ref didn't notice it was me out there. Nope. Come on. We're going to redo this face off.
Somebody in the chat said that you get on autopilot when you broadcast hockey. That's
True.
true.
It is
That's
true.
true. You just, get pucks in deep, they got in front of the net, someone took a shot, someone
Yeah.
scored a goal.
Or you start getting numbers a little mixed up because you
Yeah.
see 71 and 21 out there at the same time, and you're like, okay, who's who?
Why do you think I never know what day of the week it is? Because I'm always just running from one hockey rink to the next.
Well, I will tell you this, Skarbowski and Kim Brown, I've gotten both of them kind of mixed up here. Now Guillen with the puck. Guillen, oh, she's blocked there by Klein. Klein gets in her passing lane. That's the one thing the Whitecaps have been really good about here today is getting in those passing lanes and shooting lanes for Buffalo. Thunstrom winds up, hit the glove of Fuji McGarry. Nice play, back up the ice. Shot blasted just wide. That was a nice idea. Another shot. Oh, big save by Levier. Levier standing on her head. What a play. She stacks the pads. Amanda Levier. Woo.
That's probably the toughest series of saves she's had to make all game, and you wonder if they would have been able to put one home there, if that would have changed the game at all, even though it would have still made it a 4-goal deficit. There's 3 minutes to go in this period, and sometimes all it takes is one to get the gears going and to turn the momentum in your favor.
Olivier had that 2-0 shutout last weekend against the Riveters. Was named Veda Player of the Week, and has just had some fantastic games so far. The one-timer by a Kersey. She didn't get all of it. Almost sounded like she broke her stick on it, but she didn't.
Well, it was coming in from her left side, and she's a left shot, so it's a bit of a tough one-timer to make, and she wasn't able to get a good shot off, but a good idea by the Buttes there.
Pelletier had that last shot. Well, Buffalo's getting their chances here. Again, Levier standing on her head, making some great big saves for Minnesota. Not surprisingly. When she's in the zone, she's one of the toughest goaltenders to get past. Again, I mentioned earlier, Levier third in goals against average and save percentage, but she's also second in the league in wins, right behind the Boston goaltender. Lavisa Solander. So, I haven't seen that score as of late. We'll have to get that caught up.
Looks like it's still 2-1 Boston, as long as the score bug is working now, which I think they got it fixed. So, in the second period for them as well.
2 minutes left here in the second period. Whitecaps still lead by 5. Buffalo still buzzing around the net, trying to get another goal or two here before the end of this second period. That would definitely keep them in the hockey game. Buttes will chase the puck back into their own zone. Bustad will pick it up. She'll drop it back behind the net. She was being chased down there by one of the Whitecaps.
Well, and something I love about the sport of hockey is that really there's no lead that's ever insurmountable, at least at this point in a hockey game. Obviously, you get down to a couple minutes left in the third and you're trying to score 5 goals, gets tough, but at any point in the game, the momentum can turn, a team can take over, and you just need a little bit of confidence, sometimes a little bit of luck, and anything can happen. So that's one of the coolest things I think about this sport is that anything can change at any time, so got to stay on your toes always.
Well, the one thing Buffalo has been doing well here as of late is slowing down Minnesota's transition game. Like Thunstrom just got her first chance, and it had been minutes since she had the puck on her stick. So the Buttes have figured out part of it. They just haven't been able to figure out that. Amanda Levier with a quick glove save.
Yeah, well, you keep taking chances, and you might get one past her. I mean, when a goalie's hot, but you got to take chances to get goals, and so far the Buttes are doing that. Someone in the comments said that they've played better since Fujimajari came in net, and we kind of talked about that can be a big momentum shift no matter what the deficit is. So they seem to have a little bit more pep in their step since then, and obviously they want to play well for her and try to get something going so that they can try to get a win today, but just under a minute to go in the second period here.
Buttes. Chermova got the puck stolen away. Here comes Jonna Curtis. Curtis drops it off for Thunstrom. Thunstrom made a move. Nice job defensively there by the Buttes. Sent through traffic from that far side. I was trying to catch who that was over there on that. Was that Chermova that got in the way of that play?
I was reading the chat, to be honest with you, Kelly, so I didn't see it.
Trying to see numbers. That was a Kersey that got in the way of that puck. It's hard to read her jersey number. Her jersey had gotten tucked behind her breezers there. But what a great big defensive play by a Kersey there late here in the second period. But the Buttes, like I said, they've got their work cut out for them now. Down by 5 to the Minnesota Whitecaps. They lead 6-1 and are being outshot by the Buttes. But there's a lot of hockey left.
Well, and Kelly, we always get comments about our Minnesotan accents, right?
Of course, yes.
It took a little, I don't know if I noticed any yesterday, but somebody made a comment about the way I say hockey.
Hockey?
Hockey? I don't know. I think we have like the A part. We say like more of an A than an O, but somebody put it in quotations. Hockey? I don't.
We are not very far from Canada.
We can't help it. It is what it is.
We border Canada. I'm just going to say that A.
How do you guys say it?
Hockey?
Hockey? I say hockey.
I say hockey.
All right. Well, there, we settled that.
6-1 after 2. Minnesota Whitecaps lead the Buffalo Buttes. We will take a break and come back with a couple minutes before the start of the third period. You're watching Minnesota Whitecaps hockey taking on Buffalo Buttes here on Twitch. Scored by Ashley Birdsall. And they had switched out the goaltender, so Fuji McGarry came in for Newman during that second period after the fifth Whitecaps goal. Buffalo with the puck in the corner. Sheriff. Puck was stolen. Up the ice, here comes Megan Lawrence. Lawrence carries it in, drops it off for Shamel. Nice little drop-off pass. Stick save made there by Fuji-McGarry. Back to the blue line. Shot blocked. Erin Guillen getting her stick in the way and in the shooting lane. And here come the Buttes back up the ice. Guillen over to the right. Finds Skarbowski. Puck will settle back at the stick of Steph Anderson. She clears it. 17:33 left here in the third. Whitecaps lead by 5. Barnes with the puck. Sent over to Audra Richards. Almost intercepted there by Sarah Casorso, the Kelowna, British Columbia native. Signed a contract just before the weekend with the Buttes. So Bowie able to clear. Rosenthal will collect it for the Whitecaps. Oliva up to Richards. That hit the back of her skates. Pass by the Buttes was intercepted. And offsides will be the call against the Whitecaps as that one bounced in and out of the zone.
Well, we're only 4 goals away from my 11-goal prediction, Cal. What do you think? Are we going to get there?
You had to bring that up, didn't you? No.
Well, I kind of want to be right now, you know?
I know, right?
For my own ego, I kind of want to be right. Just this one time.
Just this once.
Yeah.
I need a bigger screen for my Twitch so I can read all the comments. Or my cheaters. I can't wear those while I'm calling hockey, though. Rosenthal sends it ahead. Nice little pass. Dropped off for Thunstrom. Thunstrom overskated it. Back the other way. Buttes. Powering. Or Birdsall actually was the one that had the puck on her stick. No, McPherson.
Someone just commented, Alexis, please stop. I think I'm making more enemies than friends with my predictions and jinxes.
I guess.
You guys, I'm just trying to find things to talk about. That's my job as the color commentator. I'm doing my best, okay?
Although, what did you predict, 11?
I said 11, yeah.
Well,
I never said who was going to win.
Well, if the Buttes happen to score 4
7
goals.
goal comeback. Come on, you guys.
Yeah. Anything's possible.
Anything.
Skarbowski, back wall. Back behind the net, now over into the near corner. She'll drop the puck off for Sheriff. Sheriff lost the puck, got pinned up against the boards. Baldwin sends that one ahead looking for Lawrence. Lawrence getting manhandled there in the slot. Bumped off the play. The centering pass comes out in front. Now a 2-on-1, an odd man rush here for Kersey and Brown. Kersey, pass just missing the stick of Kersey. It was just a little bit ahead of her. Bustad winds up and fires that one wide. Brown will collect it over on the far wall. Tries to keep it inside the zone, wasn't able to. Broken free, now picked up again by Buffalo. Whitecaps will steal briefly. Guillen. Casorso to Bustad. Bustad fanned on the pass attempt. Casorso fanned on the pass back the other way. Back inside Buffalo zone. 14:34 left here in the third. 6-1, Whitecaps lead. Mentioned shots on net there. And taking a look at shots on net here coming into the third. They've got 18-9 in the live stats. That can't be right. And on the board here,
Let's just take the average.
24-19 is what it says on the scoreboard here.
Actually, that's too much math. Let's just pick one and go with it.
I'm going to go with what's on the scoreboard here.
All right.
Because it seems like the Buttes have had 24 shots on net compared to, what did it say? Oh, they finally updated it. 26-22 in favor of Buffalo.
Well, now that's more than what that.
I know. I forgot to refresh this. It doesn't automatically refresh my live stats. 6-1 our score. Face-off will come. Right circle. Buffalo zone. Barnes wins the draw, sends it back to Klein. Klein winds up and fires. Oh, what a big save there for by Fuji McGarry. She stacks the pads. Whitecaps still control. Richards not able to center that one. Pelletier got in the way. Pelletier comes away from the corner boards with the puck. She'll play it high off the glass, out to center. Buffalo not able to carry it in. Now picked up by Richards. She goes toe-to-toe with Termova. Richards carries it to the back wall. Anderson battles for the puck. And the Buttes able to clear it out. Here comes Klimasova, 3-on-2. Klimasova winds up and fires that one wide. Birdsall over to the near corner. Klein chases it to the back wall. Now Martinson. Whitecaps will exit their zone. Anderson tried to drag the puck into the zone, and she was stopped there by Kersey. Centering pass out in front. Oh, bouncing puck. Buffalo with a couple of good looks there, just weren't able to get their sticks on the puck and in on target.
Well, Levier was moving to the right, and the puck was still bouncing on the left. I think she expected it to come all the way through, and the puck kind of, I think, bounced off a body and got stuck on the left side of the net there. So Buttes come close to putting one home because Levier was moving in the wrong direction, but getting chances, just haven't been able to get many past her tonight.
I mentioned what was coming up next weekend for the Whitecaps. Minnesota's hosting Connecticut, the Whale. They have played very well as of late, of course, recording their first win in a lot of games last night, 25 to be exact. Here comes Jonna Curtis. Curtis and Thunstrom. Thunstrom, oh, tried to catch the puck out of midair. Nice big stop there by Fuji McGarry. And I ran into some Minnesota Whitecaps fans as I was making my way around the rink during the intermission, and I said, we can't look past Connecticut.
No, especially after an emotional weekend as this one, no matter how this game goes for them today. Next weekend's a new weekend, and there's still going to be that excitement of the big win against Boston. At least one big win. Who knows if they'll have another one today. But every team in this league is competitive, so you can never look past them.
Yesterday's Connecticut win came against the Riveters. They play Boston today, so they split their weekend among two different teams. I think we've said Boston, both of us have said Boston earlier, but today they're playing Boston. 6-1 our score, 12 minutes to play here, and the puck will sail out of play into the Buttes bench. And it looks like Boston is up 3-1.
Yeah, they got a late second period goal.
And that game's headed to the third period coming up. Lots of people watching today. Our game with 13,000 viewers right now on Twitch. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. So fun. Buttes chase the puck at the blue line. Rink-wide pass by Klimasova was intercepted. Schammel will clear. Fired right back in by Pelletier. Chimova sent it into the corner. Klimasova out in front. Kersey. Puck is stopped. Shot blasted wide by Bowering. Kept in at the blue line. And now the Whitecaps will exit their zone. Up the ice, here comes Schammel and Lawrence. Pelletier fires it around the boards. Kersey will come up with it. Rink wide to Pelletier. Nice play out at center by McPherson. Now Kersey winds up and fires that one high and wide. McPherson chasing down Klein in the corner. Klein will come away with it. Sent out to center. Nice big play there by Sheriff. Buffalo not able to clear. Picked up there by Anderson. A shot. Big rebound given up, but Buttes will get some help from their defender. Barnes drops the puck off. Anderson winds up and fires. Blocked out in front. Nice big block there by McPherson. And the Buttes get called for an icing.
Well, Buttes are running out of time to try to get things happening. It would have been nice to see them get a goal or two before that second period ended, at least to get themselves some confidence going into the third. I'm a firm believer in it's never over till it's over, so I don't want to say this game is done by any means. We still got 10 minutes to go. 5 goals, you just score a goal every 2 minutes, you're good to go. So we'll see if they can get anything going, but they did have a bit of a momentum swing and a little bit of confidence after they switched out netminders, but have not been able to find their second goal of the game quite yet.
Rosenthal winds up and sends it around the boards inside Whitecaps territory. Whitecaps again try to carry it out of their zone. Bowie tries to take advantage of a turnover there in the slot. Now here comes Pizon back the other way. She carries it through traffic, makes a move. Oh, slid right off of her stick. She didn't get the, looked like she was going to go for a backhander toward the net, and it didn't quite go in. Whitecaps get the puck back. Callie Funk drove it into the offensive zone. Buffalo sends it all the way up the ice, and icing is called again by Buffalo.
Someone else commented, this was a random recommendation when I logged onto Twitch. Let me tell you, this is absolutely golden content, no lie.
Well,
Seen a lot of that today. That's probably a big reason why we've got, 8,000 people watching today. We've had up to 13,000 I think at certain points. So love to see people jumping on and hopefully enjoying some hockey and being part of the fun.
I think we're splitting viewers with the
Yeah.
Boston and Connecticut game. We'll take it. That's fine. You can watch the other game as well. Actually, you can pull up both screens at the same time.
That's what I have, yep. I'm scrolling between the two.
Buffalo trying to get the puck out of their zone. Sent out to center. Brown sent it ahead for Schammel. Schammel winds up and sends that one wide. Baldwin will keep it in on the left-hand side. Baldwin with a shot, another goal. Tipped in there, out in front. And the frustration by the Buffalo Buttes, you could see it after the play. And Nicole Schammel will get credit for that one.
Well, again, we've talked about it so many times between yesterday and today, but yesterday's score was not really a fair indication of how that game went. A 1-goal game going into the third period until the Whitecaps break it wide open, end up winning 8-2, and the Buttes knew that. They knew they were in that game for a long time, and I'm sure anticipated a much better performance today, but again, the Whitecaps have just found a way to take over and dominate in this game.
Nicole Schammel with the goal for the Minnesota Whitecaps. Sydney Baldwin will get the assist. 7:35 left here in our third period. Buttes try to find one right up the slot. A shot. Big save made by Levier. She put the pad down.
That was a tough play. The shot coming through, she had a defender on her. She turns around and still gets a good shot off. It's a tough play to make, and giving the Buttes another opportunity, just trying to find ways to sneak one past Levier, who's played well all weekend.
According to our shots on goal here off of the rink scoreboard, 25 apiece.
That's how it was yesterday, too. The shots were even throughout the whole game. Even when the Whitecaps were putting pucks in the net in the third period, the shots on net were fairly even, and at certain points, the Buttes had more.
Buttes with a great look there, just over on that far side of Levier. What a nice attempt by Buffalo. They have not quit, which is a good sign.
Yeah, it seems that every time the Whitecaps have gotten another goal, they've either responded by drawing a penalty and getting a power play out of it, or these flurries in front of the net, and they've had their opportunities in this game.
7-1 our score. Whitecaps lead with 6:49 left to play. You're watching the NWHL on Twitch. Welcome back to Tria Rink. We've got a goaltender change for the Minnesota Whitecaps now. Allie Morse in between the pipes for Minnesota. Good to see the Whitecaps giving their backup goalie a chance to play. And offside will be the call here. So we take a look, and I'm going to try to track down Allie's previous stats, and I think this is her first game, correct?
I believe so.
In her first play. Let's see if I can. I'm not as quick on the technology as Alexis is. And of course, I do everything on my tablet. I have a little bit of paperwork in front of me. But
Kelly was using her finger on my computer screen earlier in the game, trying to scroll through the chat.
Whoops. It's not a touch screen, Kel. Allie Morse, this is her first minutes as a Minnesota Whitecap. So we'll see how she does against the Buttes. That's always a challenge too.
It is, yeah.
I know Levier has played so well here so far, but the Whitecaps know that this one's probably in their hands. So Levier will, if they pull it out, get the win.
Well, that's the nice thing about, playing such a dominating game that the Whitecaps have and playing well all weekend is that you can throw your backup in for a little bit, get her some ice time, get her some looks, and get her comfortable, because if you need to call on her for a start at some point in the season or in relief of Levier, if the Whitecaps see themselves on the losing side of a big game at some point throughout the season, at least she's seen some ice time and she's not going in cold. So that's definitely a plus for the Whitecaps.
Oh, Schmidt fans on a wide open net. She had that shot, just couldn't get the stick on it. Sheriff was able to break it out of the zone. Watching the body language of the Buffalo Buttes, you can see a little bit of the frustration when they make a mistake or two. A Kersey gets pulled down by Lawrence. I think Buffalo fans out there probably wanting a penalty on that, did not get it. 4:48 left here, 7-1 Whitecaps lead. Whitecaps with Allie Morse between the pipes. And Allie Morse, it's the first time we've seen her play. Played her college career at Providence for the Friars. She's 25 years old, out of Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
East Coast.
Yeah, she played for the out east. I've been to Providence a couple of times. It's
I have not.
Beautiful rink. They just renovated it not too long ago. A phenomenal facility. But another Minnesota native on this squad. Stands 5'6" between in the pipes there for the Whitecaps. Only an inch shorter than Olivier.
Not quite as tall as Fuji Majari, though.
No, she is tall. 5'11", Fuji McGarry. The also 25-year-old, so she made quite a few saves yesterday, 33 in all. Today she came in relief for Kelsey Newman. Whitecaps with an offensive face-off win there. Bowie will try to collect it. It gets past her. Over on the near half wall now, a Kersey. Kersey over to Bowie. Bowie skates it in. Looks for the shot. Oh, centering pass came right out in front. And the Whitecaps. They got the...
Cappy's here, yes.
Cappy finally came to the press box to say hi. We need a selfie, but we're not going to get it until probably post-game. So we got 3:30 left here in our hockey game.
It scared me, Kel, tapping me on the shoulder. I was like, what's going on? What happened? Who's here?
Somebody very important. 7-1, Whitecaps lead. A much different game than yesterday, as Alexis mentioned. Yesterday's game was a 3-2. Oh, wow. What a save by Fuji McGarry. That one came right off the face mask as Allie Thunstrom threw it toward the net. And then third period yesterday, it was a much more of a Whitecaps offensive game.
It seems they carried it over into this game as well.
Yeah. And this game, the Whitecaps have scored a ton of goals in all 3 periods. Buttes with the puck. Nice play by Casorso. And actually that play started with Klimasova. At the blue line, she comes up with a back of Snow. Bowering will take the face off here. 2:52 left. Slid right through the crease. Casorso will drive it to the back wall, picked up there by Martinson of the Whitecaps.
Someone's asking about the net minding for the Buttes if Newman started. Newman did start and was pulled out of the game. And the Buttes have seen 2 different net minders, as have the Whitecaps in this game.
Yeah, Kelsey Newman played the first 29 minutes, 2 seconds of the hockey game. Had given up 5 goals, made 13 saves. That is her stats. And that at that point of the 5th goal that was scored, she was pulled, and Fuji McGarry came back in. She's given up 2 goals here as of late.
And Fuji McGarry played the whole game yesterday, despite the score.
I thought she played very well.
She did. She played extremely well.
She had that moment of like a minute where she made 4 or 5 quick saves.
Pretty impressive.
Whew, yeah, it was incredible. A couple players wrapped up there in the crease. Whitecaps aren't done. They're trying to put up another one here, and we get the puck tied up on the back wall. Again, Minnesota Whitecaps had introduced their new mascot, and I think Alexis and I are gonna. We want a selfie with Cappy before he leaves. Oh, there he's going down the stairs.
He's probably gonna go hang out with the fans.
Oh yeah.
There's not many people up in the press box here.
No.
For him to entertain.
No, just a few of us. Whitecaps 7-1. Most goals they've scored in a series in their short program history in the NWHL, but they need to find this scoring when they play Boston. Minute left in the hockey game. 7-1, the Whitecaps lead. Schmidt with the puck. Buttes able to clear it out to center. It's intercepted and driven right back in. They're going to wave off icing. 38 seconds left. Pelletier fired it out to center. Driven into the offensive zone by the Buttes. Kersey will be the first Butte to the puck. Whitecaps try to clear. Now Richards carries it back in. Drops it off for Barnes. Barnes lost the puck to Pelletier. Pelletier sends it ahead. Here comes Brown. 13 seconds left. Brown to Kersey. Kersey gets sent into the back of the Whitecaps net. And that looks like it'll do it here. 2.4 seconds left. I think they called icing. And Kersey went down in a heap, I think. She gets back up. They're going to pull the goaltender.
I love that. I was trying to figure out if that's what was happening or if she was going to the bench for like an equipment.
Oh, no. 2.4 seconds left. They're going to put 6 skaters out there, win this face-off, and try to send it through.
Oh, yeah, baby. We love it. That's spicy coaching right there.
That is spicy coaching. And that's going to do it. Great effort, though, on that last play. Whitecaps continue to win. Their second in a row. Whitecaps now 10-4-2. The Buttes fall to 6-11-1. We'll take a break and come back, and we'll wrap things up here from Truria Rink. The Whitecaps win this one, 7-1. We'll be back. Welcome back one last time here on this weekend from St. Paul, Minnesota. Minnesota Whitecaps sweeping the Buffalo Buttes. We take a quick glance at the stats. Baldwin had 3 points. Megan Pizan had 3 points. Jonna Curtis and Nicole Schammel each with 2 points here today. Winnie Brown with a point. Thunstrom, Anderson, Lawrence with a goal. Audra Richards, yeah, lots of scoring. 7 goals in all. Amanda Levier with the save today. That is her 10th win of the year.
Cappy ditched us for the Whitecaps.
I know, right?
Fake friend.
Yeah, that's okay. Cappy's getting his picture taken. It's his first team photo.
Oh,
Isn't that cute? I love it. So first team photo for Cappy. Alexis and I are back next weekend here at Tria Rink. Minnesota will be taking on the Whale on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Hockey Day Minnesota, big festivities.
Of course, be a fun weekend.
Hockey Day Minnesota all starts on Thursday with a couple of high school games, including girls games. Then on the 19th, 3 o'clock face-off between Minnesota and Connecticut. Then on the 20th, Metropolitan versus Boston. So 3 games next weekend in NWHL play. Don't forget, you can still bid on that chance to watch the All-Star game from the penalty box.
Yes.
MeiGrayAuctions.com, MEI GrayAuctions.com. Wow, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll be back next weekend.
Yes.
So thanks to everybody who watched us on Twitch today. It was a record-breaking weekend for the Whitecaps as far as goals scored, and I think a record on
viewership as well. Yes.
So a big weekend for the NWHL. Thanks to everybody for joining us. Thanks to our great crew here. We appreciate them. We'll see you next week. For Alexis Pearson, I'm Kelly Schultz. Thanks, Alexis. Thanks to you, everybody, and we'll be back on Twitch next Saturday and Sunday for more Whitecaps hockey.